What up, y'all? Keith again, MJKL Speedworks. If anybody's been following along, which some of you have, we're working on this here Mustang. We're working on that there engine, and we're working on today the cylinder heads. Alright, so I got a package in the mail today. Packed Springs, RacingSprings.com. Woot woot. I also got this fancy high-tech equipment. In case you haven't already guessed, this is a valve spring compressor tool for LS's. This hole in the rocker stand is for the stud. You set it on there and you fucking wrench your bolt down and your nut goes down. It pushes. We'll show you. We'll show you in a minute. These heads are ugly. All of them are. Nothing you can do about it. It's grimy and nasty. It's all good. I clean it up a little. I'll spray it with some stuff. I've already got the rockers out, as you see. They're sitting over there. This is the passenger side head. This is the driver's side head. Just like as you'd be looking at it if you were facing the engine looking at it. Kind of kept it that way on purpose. I've got various tools out. We'll kind of go through it here. We'll show you the steps of pushing down a spring, compressing it, pulling another spring out, putting another spring in, putting it all back together. It's not complicated. And then I will brake and put all of them in, and then we'll work on trying to clean some of this shit up some. What do you say? Let's have at it. All right, y'all. Hopefully that lines up good enough and we can see what's going on here. So, after doing some searching online, I found out that with the cam that I have, I can't run the Pack 12 18 springs that I wanted to run. These are Pack 12 19 springs. Pack 12 19. Why? Well, it comes down to lift. Turns out that the lift on the cam I'm running is more than 600 lift. If you're going to run something less than 600 lift, Pack 12 18 springs work great. However, the Pack 19s can go to 625 lift. And my cam is 617, so there you go. That's just fine. So, I want to take these springs out. However, they're under an incredible amount of stress. Like, they're super duper tight. Can't get them off. So what I got to do is compress this spring, remove the locking tabs, take off the retainer, pull the spring off, set another spring off, and reverse the order. All right, well, to do that, we got to push it down first. Well, this tool does the pushing. We have a stud here. Hopefully everybody can see this. I think you can. If you can't, well, it's close enough. Stud goes in. We set our compression tool on there. We set our nut on. Let me get my Allen keys. I think that's 3/16. That all right? Yep, 3/16. Should have knew that. Well, I'm wrong again. Whatever. Bottomed out. Okay, well, we can't quite run this down yet because the first thing we need to do is stick something underneath the head in the cylinder to prevent the valves from falling back down once we compress this spring. All right, it's going to happen. So, you see there's room inside here. You know, there's area for these valves to move. It's going to fall down if I'm not going to watch it. So, what I'm going to do is simply put a rag under it. This will hold the valves up while I'm compressing. Oh, next step. Before you do that, you want to give this valve a smack. Why? Because this locking tabs in here on this retainer are going to be stuck. They're going to want to push down and not pop off. So give it a pop. All of them. You don't got to kill them. Just give them a pop. Give them that pop, makes it move. Keeps the system going, y'all. And someone's going to say, oh man, you could have used the drill 100% correct. I could have. But I wanted to do this in slow motion for everybody. I have a magnetic tray here. I'll set there. I have a magnet here. This is for grabbing those little locks off. They're about to fall off already. Give her a twisty twist here. There's one locking tab. These are tapered, kind of like a ice cream cone. The narrow end goes down. You can see this. It's tapered. Narrow end goes down. Bam. I'm going to crank her back up. By the way, this tool was, I think, $11 on eBay. Not positive. Also, this is the new fancy HD thing, so it only lets me take a video for a certain amount of time. So, that's kind of annoying. Spin her off. Off comes our old valve spring. Here's our retainer. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to do these one at a time. So I'll take this and put it in the box, and I'll grab my new Pac 12 19 spring. Heavier gauge metal, slightly taller. I'm going to guess that's where it gets this extra spring from. Stiffer also. New spring goes on. It's slightly taller, so this tool's not going to be high enough. Oh, I spoken too soon. It works. Put our retainer on. Nope, not tall enough. Fail. Run her up. If you notice, the valve is still sitting there nice and pretty because we put those rags underneath. Worked great. Compressor back down. Kind of got it over the valve in the correct order so it doesn't smash the valve down. We want it to go over the valve just right. And it is. Looks like it's going really well for me right now. Oh, valve's starting to move. I can see it moving. See if I can give it a push and pop it back up. Nope. Ah, I see. I didn't get on there straight. There it goes. Now. Better. Run her down until you can get your locks back on. There's a small little groove on the valve for those locks to fit in. Let's see if I can get them on. May have to go a little more. Maybe not. Oh, this looks pretty good, y'all. I brought this little magnet over here just for this purpose. I need a little screwdriver real quick. I don't have one right now. You also notice these are going to want to fall. Just kind of got to deal with it. Deal with it for a minute. There we go. Y'all can see that's on there. And we'll pull our compressor tool back off. Nice and slow, not to hurt anything. Bam. Guess what, y'all? It's that easy. Nothing to it. So, off camera, I'm going to go along and change all these. It's going to take me a little while. I don't feel like recording all that dumb shit. So, we will be back. And once I get back, we'll work on cleaning all this other crap off so it looks half approachable. It doesn't look like a damn dirt and grease pit, so everyone won't make fun of me. We'll be back. All right, y'all. As you can see, I have all 8 Pac 12 springs in. Here's an original spring. They're not awful or anything. They're just kind of cruddy, and I can squeeze them. With my hand. I can't do these new springs with my hand. Fucking hurts. Also, I went ahead and just kind of scraped this off with a razor blade. Nice and smooth. Some of this shit just ain't gonna come off, y'all. And I'm okay with that. It's just gonna have to just be that way. That's alright with me. I did scrape off the entire head gasket surface with a razor blade. And then I went over it with this here wire wheel, like this. For quite a lot of time. I mean, it's pretty damn smooth, y'all. Obviously, you can look at it and tell it's not perfect. It doesn't matter. Big secret. Doesn't matter. I thought I had lost these dowel pins, but I hadn't. They're just stuck in the head. So I'm actually going to get a pair of channel locks and pull them out because I got new ones. I cleaned up these cylinders a little bit. Combustion chambers. They look a little better than the other ones did. Just wire weld them. Nothing fancy. You don't want to do anything stupid on these because you don't want to change the amount of volume in the cylinders. You can polish them. I ain't gonna. It's good for like 40 or 50 more horsepower to polish them really well. Poured out the intake manifolds. Poured out the intake ports. There's multiple spots on these intakes, on the intake manifold, intake port side here that can be polished. I kind of knocked these off with a screwdriver and shit, and kind of got all the big lumps out that I could. Probably going to soak them in something. I also wire weld these here areas where I'll have the intake manifold sitting on. I got gaskets on the way. That way they seal up nice and tight. We don't have any boost leaks. But, y'all, that's one cylinder head done. There's nothing else being done to this cylinder head. Cool, right? There is a little grime and stuff in here. I'm probably going to spray it with some brake clean and carb cleaner that I have here. And shoot it with some air. Just to get anything else out might be in there. Other than that, y'all, I'm pretty tickled. So, we'll wrap it up. We'll get this video shot out up online here. It's pretty short. I'm pretty happy about that. Nobody ever watches more than 6 or 7 minutes according to YouTube. So, the fuck is the point of me making these long videos if y'all ain't even watching? So, anyway, we'll be back. Alright, so one other thing, y'all. I took a head bolt because I've got studs now. I took a head bolt and I cut it with a death wheel. 2 different sides here. That shit off of there. There we go. 2 different sides. Not deep or anything, just to put an edge on it. And I use this bolt to chase the threads on all the holes in the block where head bolts went in. Every one of them. I chased them all one by one by one. There's 20 in total. 10 on each side, and then you got 10 of the small ones. I also did a small bolt, even though they don't really matter. The big ones are the ones that matter. You want to get the crud out of the block so that your torque readings are accurate whenever you go to torque your heads down. And the grime in the bottom of the block can cause it not to be. So, a little shot in the dark there for anyone who didn't know about it. Simple thing to do. You could have done this with a hacksaw. I just did it with a death wheel. You can clean the threads out. Now, we'll be back in a minute to wrap this crap up. All right. Hopefully everybody enjoys that. Seems pretty simple. You can do it yourself. It's not that complicated. Take your time. Focus. Be smart. It's easy to do. Parts are fairly cheap. Probably next video I'm going to do an updated price list on what everything costs after I get it all put together. The heads need to go on and some other things. Other than that, just keep watching. We're going to plow through and keep going. Here's some videos for you guys to watch. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment. Comment all you want, I don't care. I'll answer any questions that anybody's got. Other than that, catch y'all in the next video. Peace.